Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of our Might and Magic 6 tutorial. This is where we actually start the meat of the game. I already explained the basics of playing this game in the first 2 episodes. And what follows now is a complete 100% playthrough of the game with all of the quests, the secrets, the puzzles, etc. In a sort of a, let's call it a newbie-friendly order. I think that's a good expression. Okay, so we're back in Usurpical. We have some things that we want to do, and the first thing is we are going to get an expert level in Spirit Magic. You can see the requirements here if you try to talk to this Enoch High-Rich person. Is the one that teaches us expert Spirit Magic. So we need rank 4 in Spirit Magic. Okay. We have that. And now we are experts in Spirit Magic. Let me just quickly show you what that means. That means that Bless on expert level will actually affect our entire party. Bless is a spell which increases your chance to hit in melee combat, and it is a very good beginner spell. I'm going to be using it a lot throughout the whole game, actually. Okay, this is actually a secret. Now, Roderick has Disarm Trap on him, so he's going to open this rock, shout "Got it!" because it was actually trapped, but he successfully disarms it. I'm just gonna grab that money. We don't really have anything that we can buy. We have 4... Hello, come on in. We have 4 bows, which is good. We're gonna grab this quest, which... I'm gonna let you read the text yourself. I'm not gonna be doing too much voice acting, unless I feel like it. Which entails going to the abandoned temple of Ba to fetch a candelabra that the Ba left behind when they evacuated it. We're going to grab this Spider Queen quest and this quest to save a little girl, all in the temple of Ba. We're gonna go to the town hall, talk to Janice. We're gonna get this Goblinwatch quest to get this key that will get us into Goblinwatch. What is the... okay, the mouth's bounty is on a cannibal, but we're not going to be doing that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to hop over to Goblinwatch, which is this castle over here you can see in the distance. And we are going to first kill all of these goblins. And we're just going to use our bow to kill them. Now that we have 4, you can see that we are significantly safer against enemies that, you know, do not have ranged attacks.
I don't know.
Because they cannot even reach us. So we're going to be using turn-based mode for some of these. Okay. He's actually adjacent to me, so my indicator turned red, which means if I press A, we are automatically going to be using melee attacks, whereas we shot the last dude. Okay, let's cast Bless. So everybody has Bless, so they have more of a chance to hit in hand-to-hand combat, but they deal the same amount of damage. Got it. It's still very good. We're gonna grab these items. Should we just go with 2 instructors? No. I'm going to do what I always do. So I can show you hirelings as well later on. That door does not do anything for us. So we cleared the surrounding area, and since we got the key from Janice, we are able to enter Goblinwatch to do her quest, which is to get the code number that the goblins changed for the door to Goblinwatch. Oh my god, they already killed Zoltan. Okay. Yes. Let's quick cast First Aid, because I want him to stay alive. Now, this First Aid does not really heal very much, but I don't have much to begin with. Yowzers. Okay, that's good enough. And these are just basic enemies. As you can see, I am not very strong. And all of these items are unidentified because I don't have the identify item skill.
Got it.
So let's grab this.
Got it.
Fortunately, I am able to open all of these chests safely
I don't know.
using just disarm trap.
I don't know.
Goblinwatch code, spell scroll, that's it. And disarm trap does not work with percents, it works like if you have disarm trap and enough skills into it, you will open a given chest safely. If you don't have enough points, it will always blow up. So it's all or nothing, really. Oh my god, there are so many goblin lords or kings. I'm gonna rely on my bows for now because A, it's safest, and for now it's also the strongest. But bows do sort of fall off against, you know, harder monsters for physical damage. Melee attacks generally are better because skills actually add to attack later on. Oh no. Okay, so that's that. Let's open this. Okay, so I hit the button here with space. There's gonna be a lot of switches that I'm gonna flick just using space. You also open doors with space. The interact key. Is this a new, like, Goblin King? It is a new Goblin King, actually. Wow. Okay.
Got it.
So nobody's unconscious, that's a good chainmail. That is a scroll of starburst, which is always here. And now I am already sort of
Let's get out of here.
beaten up. What we're gonna do now is we are going to go to one of two options. I'm gonna show you both of them right now. First thing you can, first place you can go to heal is in temples. And you pay money to heal. You can also donate to get some buffs. But I do not have a reputation good enough to get buffs yet. The other place where you can heal is you rent a room, you sleep through the night, you heal up. However, resting at an inn does not restore debuffs. So basically, if you're poisoned, if you're diseased, if you're dead, which is an amazing debuff, I know, if you are insane, stuff like that, you won't get healed, whereas most of the temples actually do heal debuffs as well, so... But it's a bit more pricey, especially, you know, in other towns. So this is a panel that you need to input a code into, this code. I just read this by basically just clicking on the character. I'm not gonna tell you what the code is because you probably saw it. But if you want to, solve it for yourself, it's quite a fun thing to do. So I'm diseased now, which is very bad. I'm gonna have to go heal this. This disease is really bad. Okay, let's grab this money pile here. And you know what, no, let's go ahead and finish, like, this section of the dungeon. But this is what disease does, right? I know I'm diseased because, well, the types of enemies I was against. See his stats. His stats are normal. These are Alexis's stats. And as you can see, the disease basically took most of my stats to like 25%. Like 25-50% depending on what my stat is, and this is horrible in the early game. Like, I literally cannot hit pretty much anything. It is super bad. But I have enough health points that I will risk finishing this dungeon. Just pull everything here. Oh my god, there's another Goblin King. Okay. One actual good thing about bows that I forgot to mention, or that might not be clear on first glance is bows don't actually have they don't actually have a stat related to them in terms of damage. So that disease did not actually lower my damage that I do with bows for Alexis' attacks. It did, however, tank my accuracy quite a bit, so there is that, I guess. I'm just going to first kill this rat that I know is coming, that was aggroed, and also the other one that is coming, that is aggroed now. Okay. And there's a secret here, like on this wall slash torch. There's a stash of armor. Ooh, nice, enchanted leather, very nice. So I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna open these chests because the third chest that I open, let me just pick up this money.
I don't know.
Boots and axe.
Got it.
Third chest that I open, oh no, the second one actually, will spawn these 3 goblin shamans behind me, or shamans, depending how you want to call them. Luckily, the second time you open, it's disarmed. So, okay, got a better spear, but like I cannot have unidentified stuff equipped. I mean, you can technically, but it's ugly. I also have a steel broadsword, which is super nice. And I'm probably going to be using that. Now let's go ahead and heal. I'm gonna show you now what I meant when I was explaining stuff earlier with the inns and the temples. So if I go rest in an inn,
hello, come on in. Enjoy your
as you can see, everybody except for Alexis will get their health and mana back, but because she's diseased, she will only get, you know, like a certain amount of it back, a very, very low amount, because her stats are all tanked and she's diseased. However, we can rid her of her disease by visiting the temple. We unfortunately do not have the cure disease spell yet, so we will have to do it this way. Okay, but now that we're here, we are going to go ahead and sell some of these items.
Can I help you find
I'm not going to be identifying the scrolls.
I don't know.
I know this is Starburst for sure. And I'm gonna keep these
It worked.
I'm gonna keep these potions. I can actually drink this energy potion. It will actually help me when we go into battle. Now, what are we gonna identify? We're gonna identify this broadsword, and that's it, because that's the only thing that we're gonna be using. We're gonna actually give it to Roderick here. As you can see, the sword has a much better attack bonus. The damage is about the same, like the average damage, but I think the recovery time of the spear is actually lower than the sword. Wow, that is surprising. This is actually a better spear than what I have here, but the sword itself, I think the damage and the chance to hit is much better for this sword combination, or like for the sword, and I should have given these things to Serena really to identify, and I'm gonna identify this hammer because it's better than the mace that I'm currently using. I'm gonna sell the mace. Now, give all of these things to Serena so she can tell the merchant, the armor smith, to identify them for a discount. Personality, that's gonna go straight on to her. I'm gonna give Alexis this other chainmail to use. The enchanted leather is gonna go to Zoltan because he's the only one that can use it, which means Roderick is gonna get 1 measly pair of leather boots, and Serena's gonna upgrade her shield. Now, who has the least amount of armor class? As you can see here, that's your basically chance to dodge physical attacks and to take as little damage on a physical attack as your armor class. And Serena has the least amount, so I'm just going to spread the love out a bit between all of my characters. And since technically the only thing that the town hall clerk wanted me to do is to find a combination,
I need your help.
we can now finish this quest and get another one. More often than not, the quest objectives, like the way you get quests, or the thing that you have to click on to get quests, will just be named quest. I think this one is... Well, no, this one and the... this one and some other quests are like that, but usually it just says quest and then you click on it and the person tells you what he wants you to do. Okay, so we did this, we opened the secret door here, which means that we can continue from here. I'm gonna cast Bless. And what do we have? We have Wizard Eye, and that's pretty much it for now. And see what Wizard Eye does is it enables you to see enemies on the minimap, which is very useful because you can sort of know how many of them there are and where they are positioned. I'm gonna sort of just strafe gently to get to a place where they can't actually hit me, but I can hit them. That's a weird, like, mechanic that you can do. Works in some dungeons, works with some enemies, not with all though. Excellent, that is a bow there on the floor. I have to find out what kind of bow though. I need to kill these guys first, oh my god. The reason why I'm not using my magics at the moment, at least not with Zoltan, is because Cold Beam does a fixed 2 to 6 points of damage, which is not very good. And this is an Elven longbow, which is actually a tier 2 longbow, so it would be very good if I had either a Scholar, which is a hireling that enables you to identify, you know, all identified objects, or identify item skill, but I'll get into this later, but because Scholars exist as hirelings, I do not take identify item skill ever in my playthroughs. We don't have them for now, so we're gonna be spending some money. Okay, I'm gonna go into turn-based mode, and what turn-based mode does, I might as well explain this now, is it forces enemies, or it forces the combat gameplay into sort of a turn-based combat, right? Depending on your speed and everything, you get to move first, and once all my characters have moved, then all enemy characters can move. And they are the only ones that can actually, you know, move, as in walk, fly towards you. We are basically static. Okay, and we can use this moment to kill this shaman first. There are some advantages to using turn-based mode to using, you know, like normal mode. As you can see, if your speed is high enough, you can actually get more attacks off and, you know, basically be safer in turn-based mode. However, at a certain point, after a certain point, I feel like real-time gets, well, better, basically. And if the enemies are stronger, then it's worse to use turn-based combat than it is to use real-time combat, because in most cases in real-time combat you can, you know, dodge most attacks. Most enemies in the game have a form of ranged attack to hit you with. If they don't, you can just kite them. But if they do, if you're in turn-based mode, you can't really dodge it, so you're going to be taking damage for sure. Whereas if you are in real-time mode, you can sort of strafe and dodge ranged attacks, which is good. Ouch. This dungeon is filled with rats and goblins, and that's it. So, Roderick has... I'm just gonna quick save. Which is a function of Greyface, once again. Lovely freaking patch. Because I just want to show you this. So if I open this chest with Roderick, who has disarm trap, nothing happens.
I don't know.
And this, I just realized that this trap this chest might not be trapped. Yes, it's not trapped. Disregard what I was saying. This chest was not trapped. But if that was a trapped chest, opening it with anybody except for Roderick means that, you know, I get damaged. And I forgot to explain that I rested just now, but that's what I did. I'm gonna be doing that later, but hopefully my muscle memory will enable me to wait just a bit before I, you know, heal my party to full and you're left mouth wide open saying, what the hell, why are you on full health, Chris? Ouch, ouch, ouchies. Oh my god, why is everybody hitting Roderick? That can happen in the game, but the characters that the monsters hit are completely random. It doesn't matter on which slot the party member is. I know there has been like much debate in like a sort of urban myth that, you know, the first this guy gets hit and then this guy and then this guy and then this guy. That's not true. Like, that is not true. Period. In terms of attacks, I mean. Like, everybody gets hit the same. Okay, so we're just gonna finish up this section. As you can see, I cleared out most of these guys using turn-based mode. And this is the way I usually play the game. If the enemies are weak, I use turn-based mode mostly because it's faster to use than real-time mode. And I've played this game so many times that, you know, I don't really need to go all through all the hassle. I'm just gonna do another quick save. Ah, good. So this chest is trapped. So if I open it with Roderick, you saw that Roderick basically managed to disarm the trap. Whereas if I open it with Alexis, for example, boom, trap. And that's basically what traps do. And that is a champion sword. That is brilliant. And the chainmail that we can use on Serena. Very nice. I am quite satisfied with this. You got quite a few, you know, like basic things done, which will help us in the long run. What we need to do, though, is we need to teach Alexis the sword skill, because we realize that we cannot use shields with her. So what we should have done is we should have taught, like, I don't know, probably Roderick. We should have probably taught Roderick shield if we wanted to, but that's fine, you know, that's not a big thing. So let's just go ahead and sleep in the tavern, get all healed up. It's a new day, it is 8 AM, and the shops are already open.
Don't touch the merchandise.
Oh wait, let me just...
I don't know.
Switch out these things so I can identify them for less money. Aha, chainmail of health, excellent. This is going to add some much needed health points. I'm just going to drink from this fountain that actually has the benefit of giving me 5 hit points. Okay, next, I'm going to identify this champion sword and this elven bow, and sell all the rest because we don't need it. And we're going to give this elven bow to Roderick. We're going to give this crossbow actually to Zoltan, because he probably has more speed, right? Yes, he has more speed and the same amount of accuracy, so his turns will come faster, so it's a bit better if I gave him the crossbow instead of Serena. And this champion sword is going to go to Roderick, but I'm going to keep this steel broadsword because there might be a chance that it's still going to be better than the axe that I'm using regardless of my skill in axe. And that's the first dungeon done. That is the Goblinwatch Keep done, basically. So what's next? We can go for the next dungeon now. First, let's clear out the goblins, like on this Guild of Self, or Self Guild, whatever. Luckily, no ranged units there. You know what? Let's go here first. This is the Guild of Elements. Oh, I need to become a member. Okay, let's become a member. So we already grabbed this quest for the Spider Queen, so let me just join the Elemental Guild and the Self Guild as well. We're going to up our spells. Should we also learn like all the different magic types? No, that is too pricey at this point. We don't need that. Oh, sparks. We definitely want sparks. I'm gonna show you a trick that you can use. And sure, let's take poison spray as well, why not? So we're gonna teach sparks to Alexis, we're gonna teach poison spray to Zoltan, because A, he has water magic and she has air magic, and B, they're actually leveling that up. So we're going to quick slot or quick spell Sparks for you and Poison Spray for you. And this is what Poison Spray does. It basically shoots a jet of poison. Now, a few enemies are going to be immune to poison in the beginning, namely cobras and snakes. Yes, of course. Snakes and spiders, which is unfortunate because these are the enemies we are going to be encountering. But you know, it's a cheap spell that I can use that stacks with water magic. So right now it deals 2 plus 1 to 2 points of 1 to 2 points per point of skill in water magic. So it deals 2 points of damage plus 1 to 2 per point of skill in water magic. So that means it deals 2 points plus 4 to 8. It means it deals 6 to 10 damage if it hits a target, which is, you know, fair enough. But if I get my water magic to expert, which I can do now, I have rank 4 or level 4. I can get to expert, and that means it will shoot 3 shots instead of 1. And this is what Sparks is sort of similar to this. What it does, it releases like small sparks, and each spark only does 2 points of damage. 2 points of damage plus 1 per point of skill, so each does 6. But on level 1, I release 3. In this spell, when I was a kid and first, you know, bought this spell, I was like, this is the most useful spell in existence. In fact, this is one of the strongest early game spells available to you. Why? Well, it costs 4 spell points, and the damage might seem low from an individual spark. But all 3 sparks can hit the same target, meaning I can deal 18 damage for 4 spell points onto a single target. And another thing about spells is also this. Most spells, with the exception of I think 2 spells in the Earth Magic School, cannot miss. As in, if a projectile hits an enemy, they will always deal damage if that enemy is not immune. Okay? So imagine you having 4 spellcasters, each of them casting sparks on level 4 or maybe even on level 1. That means each character with an attack will deal at least 12 damage, or at least 9 damage every single time he attacks. And that is just purely on level 1. And that is actually very strong. Like, that is not bad at all.
I don't know.
Oh, I still need to sell the ring. Oh no, that's good, fine. I didn't have enough space. Oh, which reminds me. I drank from the from this fountain earlier, and I got, you know, spell points. I drank from this fountain, and I've gotten health points. But if I drink from this well, I get +2 luck permanent. And I'm going to give 2 luck to everybody. Because the maximum that you can achieve is 15. Or if you have 15, you cannot drink from it anymore, which means 16 is the largest amount, but it also has only 8 charges. And I can see that I can train to level 4 because
How about some
we turned in the quest that gave us a lot of experience. So now we're going to level up sword, axe, mace, and dagger, because I want to have some reliable hand-to-hand combat skills. One thing I'm gonna do is, as soon as I cross this bridge on the other side, 4 goblins are going to spawn, as you can see. What I'm gonna do is, I'm going to just demonstrate what I mean by the absurdity of sparks. So see, I just attacked with 3 characters. Only one of them hit. Okay? So let me do like this. I'm gonna get rid of these guys. Hopefully not die in the process. Okay, there we go. So now we have just 1 person left. So I'm going to skip my turn using the B key. He's gonna attack me once. I'm gonna heal myself. And now Alex's turn, and my quick spell is Spark, so I'm just gonna press S. And the Sparks hit Goblin for 6 damage each. Meaning I just dealt 18 damage to that poor Goblin. Because I shot 3 Sparks and basically insta-killed him from full health. that is what you can do with so-called shotgun type spells, which is Sparks and 2 more, which I'm not going to spoil. But that is an incredibly powerful spell if you know how to use it. That is not the only use that Sparks has though, because it's actually very useful if you have to, for example, you know, if you want to stay safe but also kind of lay a minefield while going back.
I don't know.
So yeah, Sparks has some uses. I mean, the damage is fairly low, but so is the cost. And once you get a lot of points in some levels to have some spell points and to deal more damage, it is actually a very cost-effective spell. Because imagine, it deals 2 damage plus, well, on normal rank, or on normal level, I guess, on rank 1, it deals 3 damage per spark, which means you have 3 sparks to deal 9 damage. But on expert means that you have level 4 or rank 4. I'm going to be using those terms interchangeably, but I'm going to try and explain which of the two I'm using. So rank for me is normal, expert, and master, but level is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go like that. But on expert means that you have at least level 4. Which means each spark deals 6 damage, but you also shoot 5 sparks, as you can see in the description here. So on master rank, you basically shoot 7 sparks that each deal at least 6 damage. So 6 times 7 is... wait, my math is horrible. 42 damage. You deal 42 damage for 4 spell points. And that is not actually hard to get. At least expert's not that hard to get. Master's a bit more tricky, but, you know, we'll get there when we get there.